Listen, man, shout out to Facts and Stacks podcast. Yo, you dropped the camera. You got to keep it up, baby. I got you. Stop it. Let me show you how to operate. 267, you see me down here in DC. Stacks and Facts podcast. Check them out. 267 Facts and Stacks podcast. Okay. Subscribe right now. Check them out. Tune in, and it's just like that.
Back here and make it clear, it's your host Rob, bringing y'all some more NFL picks, the ones y'all need on this Friday right here. You know what I'm saying? The biggest Sunday of the year going down so far for the Super Bowl. Got D and a Vegan Way in the building. How y'all feeling?
Feeling good, man. Ready to get into these motherfucking. Ready to get to the Super Bowl, man. Ready to get to the Super Bowl, cause I know who's gonna be in there.
I'm feeling good, man. Another day, another parlay, like we say, man. Come on.
Hey, sir, which I say, one parlay away from the win, walk it down.
Look, listen, we got a couple sayings, but you know them. Come on.
Let's get to these games, man, for these parlays. But first off, I gotta tell y'all why this breakdown is important right here. Because me and D is tied in these picks, 85 and 63. So if you've been betting with us all year, you up right now. You got to trust us. Now we coming at you from the AFC side first. Kansas City and Baltimore. Baltimore 3.5 point favorite. What you think, Dizzy?
I'm taking B more with the spread. 3.5, right? I'm taking B more with the spread. Action Jackson. I'm taking B more with the win. I don't know about this spread. Mahomes might keep it close. I don't see him being what we're used to seeing in prior years due to how his team is built. I don't see him pulling out, usually he pulling tricks out of the hat it can happen any down. But I don't feel like this team is built like that. So I'm gonna go with B more with the win. But Kansas City to cover that spread. It's going to be a close one. Out of respect for Pat.
Out of respect for Pat, you will have him winning. You will have him winning this goddamn out of respect for Pat to show how great he is. Now listen. I'm tired of people keep throwing the little shade on there talking about something. Or you picking light skin over dark skin. It ain't that. I just feel as though it's Lamar Jackson with the team that he got is just not their time yet. They still young. We talking about Zay Flowers showing up having a big game. Likely showing up having a big game. None of these people ever been in an experience. This is Lamar Jackson's first time being in this type of situation. So I'm not saying that they can't do it. I'm just saying, from what I've seen from Pat Mahomes from previous years and this season, even though this season been a little up and down, but you look at the stats, Pat Mahomes stat line up with the best of them. So if I'm going off of that and I go off of what he do in the playoffs, even though this is number one defense, I understand that. I got to go with Pat. So I'm rocking 31-21.
They not just
No. I'm sorry. What was my score? Goddamn, lost my paper. What was my 27-24 Kansas City Chiefs?
Before you go, Rob, my fault, but they're not just number one in the league. They number one in takeaways. That's the main takeaways. That's what we highlighting that defense. If you
was it
all the way.
Other than that Hardman fumble at the end of the game, was there any takeaways last game?
That's the Bills. We're not talking about the Bills. We're talking about the Ravens. Different animals. Buffalo Bill.
But we talking about the Kansas City Chiefs in the playoffs. That's a different animal.
That's a different animal. Okay. So this is what I'm talking about.
My
This is
words.
what I'm talking about right here. Cause I was talking to my man Tevin earlier too, wise words on IG about Josh Allen and the difference between him and Lamar Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Because they numbers can look the same. Sometimes production be the same, but when you got Lamar Jackson on that field, bruh, the man's so dynamic when he running the jump. He could easily go for a 25 on you quick. And he protecting himself too. He not taking big hits. He not trying to drag 2-3 people along. So he not gonna get as worn down during the course of the game when he running. And at this point, he don't even gotta run as much as he used to. He got a whole new game plan, and that's what gets to part of my point about because you're saying, okay, well, in previous years, Pat Mahomes did this, and he did it this year so far. But to me, it's just a different year, bro, and it feel like the Ravens' year. Like momentum is a big thing to me for them to be smoking all the teams in the big games. You know what I'm saying? The Lions and the 49ers and the Seahawks, and some of that being in their home stadium, which is underrated. You know what I'm saying, for how loud it is. And if we really want to talk about the past, shout out to my man L. It always been the Arrowhead Invitational. Pat Mahomes has always been playing at home. So the one thing we haven't really seen is him win the AFC Championship game on the road. So in that regard, the field's level a little bit.
Definitely. Great point. Definitely. That shit slipped my mind. I ain't even realized that he really hasn't gone on the road yet and got it done, coach.
AB bad.
Calm down, y'all. Calm down. I'm just like I'm hearing all the way he didn't do. Hell, Lamar Jackson been in the AFC Championship, so we can sit here and go back and forth and I ain't.
But who team been playing better this year? That's my thing. Because I mean, we know the quarterbacks is two top 5 quarterbacks. Their numbers is not that far off, even though Lamar's the runaway for the MVP, right? But I feel like everything that Pat Mahomes and them receivers been going through this year is going to creep back up when you got a number 1 defense that's flying around, bruh. They so motherfucking fast. And I feel like they're going to be so amped in that first quarter, they're going to be able to bring up some of them ghosts from this regular season that they've been thinking about in the back of their minds.
I want to agree with y'all so bad because I fuck with Baltimore. But I'm just looking at it a different view, right? We see the defense. I see all that. I see the stat line. I see the number 1 defense. I see all that. But I also remember in the NFL when the New York Giants went against the New England Patriots, and the New England Patriots was undefeated the season, like 16-0 or something like that. They were supposed to win the Super Bowl, go all the way out, but it ain't work out in that case because it shit happens. Another situation when they New England went against Atlanta and they came back with that 20-28 deficit or whatever. Like, I'm just looking at Pat Mahomes. And I say, yeah, that's a number 1 defense, but that's a bad man over that motherfucker. What Stephen A. say with Aaron Rodgers, I'm saying that with Pat Mahomes, man.
Basically, okay, I get what you're saying. Basically, Baltimore got the number 1 defense. I'm trying to say.
And until somebody prove me otherwise. Because they said this is road, like you just said, this is first time going on the road, AFC Championship. Well, it was his first time going on the road in the playoffs against the Buffalo Bills. Knock that out the list. I hear all that, but it's like, man, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just think it's one more year for Baltimore, man. One more year.
Coach, what do you want to see in that one? That's what I want to know. Because
development in the players. Are we expecting Zay Flowers and likely to just
To eat? Yes. Yeah, I am. What'd you say, Dizzy?
A weapon is a weapon, bro. It's not like Zay Flowers is one of them projects.
But
Like,
experience is also a key factor in this also. So what I'm not saying that I got them putting up 24 points, but it's gonna be situations in the game, and it's gonna be where you supposed to have that experience. Oh yeah, I know he's gonna do this. I'm gonna do that, and this play gonna work out for it. But they not gonna have that type of experience. We expecting that for Lamar Jackson type of season that they having. But when it comes to playoffs and the experience that you have, man, it's a totally different thing, man. Watching them people out there balling.
no, you right. I understand. I get it. I get that point.
Nah, that's real shit. So for me, all right. So first off, shout out to Zay Flowers. I want to see him versus McDuffie. Likely, I'm still looking at Andrews maybe coming back, but likely been balling out. So either way, that's gonna be a problem. My thing is like we was having this discussion on the live Sunday. Cause I asked you like, is it gonna be versus Pat Mahomes or Lamar Jackson? You like, oh nah, come down to that number one defense doing their thing. And so that's the flip in the score I got from you. You got 27-24. I got 24-20. So I got the Chiefs scoring one less touchdown than the Ravens standing up when they need to stand up and covering that 3.5 point spread.
No, I can't front like I don't see that happening. Yeah, I can see the defense standing up. Right? I can see that happening from the season that they have, and I can see that happening. But I gotta go back to what they do in the NBA, man. What they doing with Denver Nuggets right now with Jokic. Until it's been done, I give that person their props. I move back and I, reconsider my situation here on out. But until then, Pat Mahomes is that guy, man. And what season, if I'm not mistaken, what season was that Lamar Jackson won the MVP?
Like 4 years ago, 3 years.
I'm just trying to think. Was it the same season Pat Mahomes won the Super Bowl? So
it might have been.
oh man, I just gotta stick with the guy to prove otherwise, man.
Nah, that's a bet. That's a bet. All right, we're gonna get on. You want to close it out, Dizzy?
Yeah, before Coach is good. He's big on matchups, right? You said, he might have won the MVP that year that Pat got that Super Bowl. I believe that year that Pat got that Super Bowl, he had Tyreek Hill on that team. That's who I believe was on that team that helped him win that Super Bowl. I don't think Tyreek's there no more. I'm sorry. We got Marlon Humphreys. He's healthy this week. Because he wasn't playing last week, so he's healthy. He's go this week.
Right.
So we got like you said, I'm just taking your words. Like you said, young weapon on the other side, and you expecting his experience to come out up top above Marlon. Let's look at
What's you talking about, Rice?
Kelce. Who's his number one target?
Travis Kelce?
No, besides Travis Kelce.
It's Rice. It's Rice.
It's Rice. Young man, right?
Yeah, but their game plan in the playoffs. Okay. Go ahead. I'm bad. My bad. Yeah, young man.
Guys, let's not do that. Come on, you said Zay Flowers, young, inexperienced. Weapon don't matter. He's inexperienced.
Who is quarterback? Who's Zay Flowers quarterback now?
Lamar, MVP.
The
MVP. But do he have any experience in the AFC Championship?
Hey, Coach, he got 0% experience.
We can go back and forth.
Experience.
Huh?
I said he got 0% experience in the AFC Championship game.
But we could go back with that point all day. That's why I'm not trying to debate that, because we could go back and forth. But at the end of the day, I just gotta go with the guy who did it that I seen do it.
Very respectable. Very respectable. Definitely.
And there's no knock on Lamar Jackson. I hope him the bust. I'm rooting for the black man. For real, for real. I know motherfucking Pat Mahomes mix. So you know what I'm saying? I get all of that. So I'm rooting for motherfucking Lamar Jackson to break that culture, break that chain from NFL quarterback. Like low key, I'm with that. I'm with that. But that's emotion. That's emotion in me talking. I gotta fucking stick to the facts and the stat. We on here, baby. We on here for a reason. And my man, fucking Pat Mahomes, who won the championship last year without Tyreek Hill, since you want to bring Tyreek Hill up, who won that shit? Okay, so yeah, I gotta stick to him.
I don't know who won that chip. I ain't watched that Super Bowl, bro. My fault.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You might ain't watch the last play, but you saw that Super Bowl.
I wiped that joke from my memory like Men in Black, bro. Hey, we
And what defense was that last year, huh? What defense was that last year?
The same defense that's getting cooked this year. Don't get me
But
started.
no, in the rankings,
Don't get me started.
in the rankings.
I believe
I don't remember. Like I said, Men in Black. NFC Championship game, though, speaking of the other team that played in that Super Bowl that I don't remember, the 49ers got the Lions coming through the town. The 49ers are 7-point favorites. What y'all think about this game?
Man, come on, man. It ain't too much to think about. Now, it ain't too much to think about. You got...
Yeah, I heard the thinking right there, right?
Because they're going to put up points. I know with Dan Campbell, like I've been preaching all season, Dan Campbell going to have them boys ready. He always do. He going to give them that motivation. That Dan the third going to have his quarterback ready. He going to take them chances. So I believe they're going to get 21 points, right? You got Gibbs, you got David Montgomery, you got St. Brown. Like, them boys coming along for real. Like, I like what they doing. Jared Goff, he picking his pass, he being a game manager. So I see them putting up 21 points. I see that. But in the clutch moments where you need that 3rd and 3 and it's fourth quarter, I just see the 49ers defense just stepping up more. When you need that stop to give it back to your offense. I just see Brock Purdy, Christian McCaffrey, Ayuku, Debo, Trent Williams, the fucking best fucking left tackle in his fucking period of the NFL. I just see them boys stepping up and making those plays to finish this game. So I got a 31-21.
Okay. So for this one, real quick, let me start it off. Because there's a lot of people that's saying, oh yeah, blowout, this junk going spanking, you know what I'm saying, skunk, all type of different shit, you know what I'm saying. But I'm looking at the stats for these two quarterbacks. Brock Purdy being the MVP candidate, he a little under 4,500 total yards, 33 touchdowns, 11 picks. Jared Goff, a little over him, 4,600, 32 with 12 picks. And I'm saying Jared Goff could keep this game just as close as them stats is, bruh. Now, we know San Fran got a stacked squad, right? Attacking them is going to be tough. But the key is going to be similar to the key for the Packers. Having long drives against this defense, you got to be able to run the football. Green Bay went for 140. I feel like the Lions could do better with Montgomery and Gibbs in the backfield because them two running backs could add up to any running back in the NFL.
Can I ask a question? From the gameplay from what y'all saw from y'all two eyes, what Jordan Love was doing to that defense, do you think Jared Goff could pull that off the week right after?
Bro, it might have been meant for you to ask that question because I was just about to key in on that. Last week, I said what? The Packers, if anybody, if they had to play anybody, the San Francisco 49ers, they didn't want to play the Packers. Why? Because they take away they take away San Fran's #1 strength, and that's the motherfucking on the defensive side, the defensive line, the pressure that they could get with that line. Packers protect their quarterback. That's going to be the same key with this game. If the Lions can protect their quarterback, bro, San Fran's in for a long night. It's not going to be a blowout. They're going to be in for a long night just for the simple fact that Jared Goff can move the rock. The Lions have weapons on offense. So it's not really like, oh, who are they going to get the ball to? Who's going to make a play? Nah, they got playmakers. They got people on the field who can make plays at different positions. Tight end, young man, he's balling. Receiver, balling. Running backs, balling. They got weapons to make plays. Can you keep your quarterback up and give him time to deliver the rock? That's going to be the main key. If they do that, San Fran's beatable. I don't got them losing. I got them pulling out the game late, sort of how they did last week. But it's going to be a good game. What's the spread on that?
7 points.
I'll take Detroit covering that spread. If that's the question I'm being asked. I'm taking them covering that spread.
No, but I got a different question. How many points you think they're going to put up? Basically, I want to know your score. I want to know your score.
My score. Yeah, I was going to get it. I'm thinking, right? I don't really see the defense putting up the Lions defense. If they can't get pressure on Brock Purdy, I don't really see them putting up too much of a fuss, so to speak. Like they're not going to be really stopping them because their secondary is terrible. I got it close, 24-20. I got it same. I got it. It's going to be a battle, 24-20, just like Rob picked on the other game. I don't got that game going that score, but I got Lions, San Fran, 24-20. I got it being very close. Dogfight. I told you. It's going to be a dogfight out there.
Okay. I'm with you on that. I feel like it's going to be a little bit higher scoring. I got 30-27, so I take the Lions against the spread too. Like you said, the offensive line blocking is going to be a big key, and also that's going to give the Lions a chance to try to expose, I feel like, the one missing piece on the 49ers defense, which is Hufanga, the safety. Number 29 used to be all over the place, but you got to be able to block it up in order to take them shots. And Amon-Ra St. Brown is no joke. No joke. I mean, definitely debatable as the top 5 receiver off of the season that he just had, because he was top 5 in receiving yards. Go ahead, do your thing.
Not even just season. Bro's been balling before this year. So we ain't gonna do that to him. He's been balling before this year. Amon-Ra probably been the most consistent player in Detroit since fucking Calvin Johnson left. Like that's just real shit. I think he's been no matter who behind center, no matter he's been balling. So I'm gonna shout out to them, Detroit.
Do that. It's on you, D.
I'm hearing everything y'all saying. So I'm hearing y'all scores. So you said 20, you said 27, right?
Let me say one thing. The only reason I say 20 is because Dan Campbell go for 2, and I think he's going to situations where he's going to have to go for 2 and not get the. Feel me? He's going to have to go for 2 and probably not get. Yeah.
So he's going to be aggressive.
For sure.
And that's why I think it comes into. That's what comes into play. Now I'm listening to y'all scores, right? So I'm saying, if Dan Campbell go out of his element and start kicking field goals to try to keep it close, that's not the team that got you there. So when it come down to them clutch moments, when you need to step up big, y'all, man, listen, man, it's a blowout, man. It's a blowout. Either way, and I'm looking at it either way. Even when he go for that aggressive play and he don't get on that on that 4th and 2, and he try to throw it, or it be an interception. I'm trying to be aggressive on a 3rd and 16, and you try to throw it on that defense interception. Oh man, it turned out to a blowout. I'm just saying, man. It just respect to Detroit for getting here, man. Respect to them, but 49ers on a different type of business right now, man. They ain't win no Super Bowl. They hungry over there. Stop playing. Stop.
Hungry in Detroit is crazy.
Detroit, you ain't see how they been celebrating already?
They did the same.
You got that point. You got that.
But they motherfucking acting like they already won a fucking Super Bowl. So, man, listen, man, I'm not trying to disrespect Detroit at all, bro, at all. Like, good job getting here. Y'all got, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got through the season, beat the teams y'all was supposed to beat, even beat the Chiefs at that matter. You know what I'm saying? But it comes a point when you look at that matchup and you be like, this ain't it for y'all. And I understand that you broke down the stats earlier, Rob, but you look at Brock Purdy, you look deep into his stat lines, he is clutch in 3rd downs, 4th downs. Boy is number 1 in mostly a lot of clutch stats, man, in the NFL. So I'm ready to see clutch moments out of the 49ers because they also have been there, and they would like to proceed to get to that next round. And the Detroit, they fresh. So, I give them their respect, but yeah, man, they're going to be a team to reckon with for the upcoming seasons, but no, not this one. Not this one. Not this one.
Close it out, Dizzy.
Coach, you said Detroit, you gave him respect for being KC, right? Mind you, you high on KC. Like, you're high on KC. You got KC beating Baltimore. So, are you saying the best team is in the NFC? Because if you're saying San Fran is gonna handle Detroit while KC couldn't handle them, the NFC team.
If I'm not mistaken, real quick, right? Regular season is different from the playoffs, right? The Bills beat the Chiefs, but Chiefs just beat the Bills. Who the first game they played?
What you gotta say, Dizzy?
Miami Dolphins, they beat the Chiefs.
There's no choice, man. They celebrate already. They want wins. Listen, you lose many years, bro. Every game something to you that puts you over the hump. I'm not gonna sit here and see that San Fran's gonna come and whip Detroit's ass after they done fought for respect for the minimal respect that they're getting. Nah, I don't see that. Nah. Question, Coach, do you think the team is in heaven?
I couldn't catch that last part.
Do you giving the title to the best team in the NFL, NFC? It sounds like you 49ers.
Yeah, I'm 49. I had 49ers from the get-go. 49ers all the way.
That's a good question, though. You got them beating Pat Mahomes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to see that. I just want to,
Yeah, I got 49ers going all the way. I think this is their year. But yeah, man, I got 49ers going all the way. This is their year, man.
You heard it here. Coach D. Low.